Hello, my name is Andrei, and in this video I will answer a really interesting questions for those who are in high school, and that is what you need to focus while you are in high school. Now, I'm now studying computer science and I'm in my second year at university, and I thought very much what I did in high school and how that helped me. And if this is the advice that I would give to myself if I would be starting again the high school or like in the beginning of high school, because it's something that no one actually told me, and it's something that I think that it really makes sense and it will help you succeed in high school and like get the most and be confident in you in the future years. So firstly, high school is a super interesting period because you have like two things that you need to address. The first one is like school and learning your craft, like finding out what you want to do at university. And the second one is you are still like a teenager, so you have all these challenges and questions and things that you want to answer to yourself, and basically understanding how the world works, and you need to tackle both. So the framework that I will tell to you is the following. Firstly, I will divide your time outside school in three pieces, in three building blocks. The first one is called the foundation, and you need to spend 30% of your time in this one. And here what you need to do is gather all the information and understand everything that they teach you in school. Now, let me tell you why this is super important, even if you might not like that. So firstly, in high school you do a lot of subjects, while in university you do just a subset of these subjects specific to your job. For example, I do computer science, so I study just things related to computer science. But in high school I did like 15 different things, like biology, history, chemistry, geography, and those things I will never ever touch them again in the way I did in high school. So it's super important that you have the foundation in all the subjects and understand what problems that subject solves, because firstly, you need to take your final exams in high school in order to get into a good university. So you need to know those things in order to pass the exams. Secondly, which is even more important, is that high school is the last time in your life when you will have to deal and learn and understand what all these subjects which are outside your field of interest are about. For example, I study computer science. I will never learn what they teach you in biology, but I still want to have like the basic knowledge of what's in that subject in order to firstly not be stupid when you talk to someone who does that thing. Secondly, you can have like a conversation with someone who at least have some degree of knowledge in biology. And thirdly, you want to have open doors everywhere. You want to have different options in life. So if at one particular moment in time you decide that you don't want to do, I know, mechanical engineering, you still have the chance and the foundation to move to a different subject. For example, in your last year of high school you might decide, but maybe mathematics is not what I like, and maybe I like more of chemistry. Now, getting your knowledge in this subject will allow you to quickly switch to that one. So it's super important that you learn and understand what they are teaching you in school, because after these 4 years you will never ever have to deal with them. And a good way to measure how well you understand what they are teaching you at school is getting good grades. By getting good grades, you assure yourself that you will pass all the final year exams, and also you will make sure that you actually know what they are teaching. Now, the second building block is way more important than the first one with the foundation, and it's called learning your craft. And to this one you need to spend half of your time, meaning 50%. And what I mean by learning your craft is that at the end of your high school you will want to go to a university, and what the subject that you choose for university should be called your craft. For example, if you are now in high school and you might think that you want to become an engineer or a software engineer or a poet or a dancer or anything, you need to spend half of your time towards becoming great in that subject. Because firstly, the school doesn't to learn what they teach you in school doesn't take much time. With 30% of your time you will easily learn whatever they are teaching you there. And by giving you 50% of your time to the subject that you think that you want to do further, firstly assures you that you like that, because if you stop learning this subject, it's a high chance that you will not enjoy doing that for the rest of your life. And secondly, it will help you become great in a subject, meaning being able to teach someone that subject. And by what I mean by being great, it means being able to replace your high school teacher. If you are great, if you devote half of your time to learning that thing, for example, biology, you should become better than your teacher in explaining that thing. And it's just a phenomenal feeling when you are great in something. And I think that devoting half of your time to a subject that you think that you want to do for the rest of your life in high school is a super smart move. Now, how to spend half of your time doing that thing, because at the end of the day we need to be practical. And I will tell you my example. And I had a feeling that I want to do computer science, meaning program, create application, build software. And I came from Romania, and what's popular there, it's called the Computing Olympiad, meaning it's like a competition where all the students who want to participate in it have the chance to fight with one each other in solving some algorithmic problems. And this was it. So this was the learning my craft activity that I wanted to do, which will give me a better overview of what computer science means. So I went in this Olympiad and I was practicing every single day 4 to 5 hours to learn, to practice, to do these things in order to see if I like them. And happily I liked them. And I got some good achievements. I got a few gold medals in this Olympiad, but this is not important. I just want to show that if you spend this much time, you will become great at this thing, and it will assure you that you want to do this further. And if you don't like computer science, that's fine, but you need to find an activity for your specific craft. For example, if you want to become a real estate agent, try to do some sales. Go to one of your resale agents and work for free. Or if you want to become a painter, participate in painting competitions. Or if you want to become an engineer, go to, the Physics Olympiad, or do something that will give you a taste of what your future craft will be like. And the last part from this 3 building blocks framework is super important, and you don't need to not do it because you don't have time or any other excuse, and it's called understanding the world. Being in high school, it's a period when you don't know much about how the world works, even if you might think that you know how it works, but you don't. So you need to spend time to try different things that will give you an understanding of how the world works. For example, you need to improve yourself, and you need to do things which will put you in different situations that you had the chance to do previously. As an example, you might not know how to keep a speech in front of an audience. You might not know how to do public speaking. If you want to learn this, if you want to try to taste how it is, you need to firstly be sure that there will not be a million of people wanting to listen to you. But you are still in high school, so you can try to do, like, to present a project in front of your classroom, or go in some school activities and then have the chance to debate with somebody on something, or present a project proposal, or do something which will put you in the position of speaking in front of an audience. Or if you want to do volunteering, you can join a community service organization for students, and you can try to do some volunteering. After doing some volunteering, you will know, for example, what type of people go to do volunteering, if you like them, if you want to be like them. You will know what, like, volunteering does, what's the outcome, how much time you spend there. It will open your eyes and show you how the world works, how different are the people, how important it is to know different things of the world. It will show you that what you like is not what everyone likes, and it's super important. What you might want to do is go in international camps, like meet new people, or you might want to read books on subjects, or go in places where, like, go to theater, go to opera, like, do anything that will give you new perspectives of how the world works, because this is something that you really need to understand, how the world works. So again, this is my perspective. This is what I did in high school, and now I took the time to, like, actually understand that this framework was what I did, because back then I didn't do this consciously. And just to rephrase, the 3 things that you need to do in the end are the following. Firstly, you need to gather a strong foundation in any subject that they are teaching you in high school. Secondly, you need to devote half of your time to learning your craft, meaning become great in a subject that you want to pursue further at university. And you also need to spend 20% of your time towards understanding how the world works, meaning doing some volunteering, public speaking, selling something on eBay, or doing something that will give you a new perspective of how the world works. And I truly believe that if you do these 3, like, if you follow this framework of these 3 pieces, you will be in the position where you want to be after you finish the high school, meaning you will get good grades in the exams, hence you will get into a good university, you will know the craft that you want to follow, and you will understand the world at a good degree for that age. So this is my advice. I will say to you, try it, see if it works for you, and if it works for you, share it with anyone else. Thank you for watching, and I hope I could help you. Have a good day, and subscribe to my channel if you enjoy my perspective of the world, because I will keep adding new videos. Have a good day.